A lot of breaking news tonight on this Thanksgiving Day weekend, so let's get right to it with my political panel, Republican strategist and Fox News contributor Brad Blakeman, and syndicated radio show host and former aide to Senator Chuck Schumer, Chris Hahn. All right, guys. Brad Blakeman. Okay, so Fidel Castro dies. Was he in charge anyway, Brad?
No, Fidel wasn't in charge. He was ailing for some time. His brother's in charge, including a whole host of other relatives of the Castro family.
Were they all communists too?
Of course.
Okay.
Look,
so what's going to change,
Very
Brad?
little is going to change.
What's
very
going
little
to
is going to change. You know what? It remains to be seen, but I don't think much, because these guys have been hanging on to power for decades. They're not gratuitously going to give it up, and we need a strong president like Donald Trump to not give away the store, especially in our own hemisphere, and revisit some of these awful executive orders that the president has done in order to cozy up to dictators.
Okay, so why did the president need to cozy up to the dictators, Chris?
Oh, I don't think he needed to cozy up to the dictator.
Well, what did he get out of it?
And let me just point one thing out. What Dave Avella said in the last block: Democrats were not happy about Fidel Castro's reign. We're very happy to see him gone, and we want to see more people gone from that
President Barack Obama didn't sound that way. He said he wouldn't even criticize the guy.
Well, the overwhelming majority of the business community wants to see Cuba opened up to commerce in this hemisphere, so they have another place to do business, another place to trade. This actually gives President-elect Trump an opportunity to kind of walk back some of the things he said during the campaign. We'll see how that happens.
What back? Maybe President Barack Obama ought to walk back what he said about letting history decide how we're going to see. Look, this guy has incarcerated, he's killed tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people. He was a dictator. He was brutal. He's got people incarcerated. And when we resumed relations, we didn't even call for the release of those people.
Thank God, Judge. Tonight, instead of being in the presidential palace, he's in a small cell in hell somewhere getting tortured. Good for him.
Oh, I'm glad you get to say that. All right, let's move on.